Hi, good evening everyone. This is actually a video tutorial. So mag-create tag tutorial on saon pag-create of functions sa Excel na ma-convert na to ang numbers into words. So for example, na 1, 2, 3, so and so on and so forth. Mahimo siya diri og 1, 2, na. So mahimo tag function na, di ba? Lisod kayo. Just thinking of this, how about kung na 25,520? Taon man nimo na siya pag kuan di ba mag-type ka. So this is actually a problem sa mga katong sa accounting side sa payroll sa nga mag-create sila cheque, lisod kayo mag-type na daghan kayo o i-type nga mga words, and the more you actually type sa the longer the value sa imong i-type, it is prone to error. So now, tabangan ta mo sa pag-create og function para ana. So now, by default, ang Excel, when you open Excel, this is a workbook in Excel. Excel does not have that functionality yet, but we will be creating that using Macro VBA. So now, you cannot actually code here. So ang Excel no, daghan kay tag mahimo sa Excel. You can actually code in Excel. But right now, dili pa ta maka-code because it is not enabled in this workbook. How do we enable that? We go to File, Options, and we go to Customize Ribbon, and the Developer tab is turned off. So, nganong naka-turn off mo na siya? So, when you install Office, naka-turn off na siya. So, it's one way also for I think this is my opinion, one way or also sa Microsoft nga to actually protect the user kay usually katong mga wala pag idea sa usa ka software, and once they see something they try to explore, and chances are pag magpataka og kwan, that would be the reason why maguba ang usa ka kwan, so usa ka software. So as a software engineer, ang ako ang masulti is that most of the time nag-have problems with pertaining to users. So sa ako na-encounter, but right now I will be helping you on saon pag um, create og system, create og function nga ma-convert na to ang numbers into words, no? So so first, ato ta sa developer. So developer has a lot of functions with create og kuan diri og kanang forms, but we will not be doing that. So we will go to view code. So now, makita nimo diri atong workbook. This is our workbook, this is our sheet 1, and this is our workbook. So kung mo-code ka diri sa this workbook, it will be applied for every sheet in the workbook. Kung diri ta sa sheet 1, it will be applied for that sheet alone. Now, kung inyohang base ato ning i-close, mag-open tag another sheet dire, and we go to view code, naduha na, di ba? So now we close this. It's the same thing nga pag mag-open mo og another workbook. If you open another workbook na duha dire, so if you open another workbook and you click developer, view code, so naduha na ka workbook. So that's how it is. And now let me check din naman tong 5. So na-close na ko na siya. So now we go back to view code. So instead of using these two, we'll be adding module. So in the module, nag-prepare daan nga code para dili ta magsige og langay discuss about unsa nang code. So we have a ready-made code with a function name num towards. So sa previous work na ko, this is actually used by accounting and payroll side with preparations ilang checky because this will automate a lot of their work. Now, we will save this. Now, here's the thing. Once we save this, we need to define it as an XLSM. So, meaning that is a macro-enabled workbook. So now we will be naming it to num2words.xlsm. So again, so if we save this, save workbook, mingon tag macro-enabled, and then from book 4 we rename it to num2words.xlsm, or we can just remove the book 4 and replace it with any name that we want. So it is very important to define it as a macro-enabled workbook because if we define it like that, mudagan ang macro nga gi-enable nato niya or mudagan ang macro nga gibutang nato sa iya. So if we put it as XLSX, bisag unsa pa na ka complicated yung macro, it will not run. So if inyong lantaw ng Excel na XLSM, M, na XLSX, na XLL. So M na macro na siya. So daghan pa na siya mga extension. So if you can see here, daghang mga extension sa na XLSB. So na ay XLM. So XLTM. So daghan na siya mga extension, but we will be focusing with the macro enabled and save. So now we cannot run the function that we added if we don't save it. So after saving it, we close this and we call the value. So num towards. Now it's asking, so the num towards has parameters. So pag close ni mo niya, mangayo na siya sa number or sa digit nga imuhang kuha. So balikan nimo tong code, no? View code. So it's asking for naman siya parameters dito sa kuha. So it's asking for by value sa imuhang number. So meaning nangita siya og number nga ipasa na. So we open num towards and we type 1. So we close. So 1 peso. So why 1 peso? So the main reason why it was set to 1 peso is that the code that was used here is that for accounting side. We go back to the code and we go here. So nani siya gitawag declaration diri sa, let me, here it is, unit name. So the unit name is a declaration for the peso, main declaration for unsa ang imong monetary value. So if we are going to remove that, we will just be removing the unit name. So we have here this one. So if we close this and we type num value num towards 1, so see 1 na lang. Now, how about this? We have 1, 2, 3. So this is the code. No, I'll just remind that we use this for counting. So not only monetary, but we will be turning it back. So num towards, for na siyang i-check. So it's the same thing. It's so see. So using that, we drag the code from cell H4 to H23 and it converted these numbers into values. So now, here's the part that we'll be doing. So we will be creating unsa na yan? Kanang checkbook ba? So checkbook atong himuon, and by doing that, so let me just check here. So maghimo tag checkbook. So ang checkbook nga atong himuon will be so first we will have unsa man ang itsura sa checkbook. So we will have like to sa ning i-view aring sa natong grid lines. So unsa man ang itsura sa checkbook. So checkbook, sorry, not checkbook, checking. So we will have, or we will set this as a page layout na to. Butang sa tag margins, no? Ang butang sa tawag ka ng line. Okay. So pagamihan nato na siya. Pagamihan po nato na siya. And we will set this as the print layout, print area. So meaning so pag control P na to niya, no scaling, i-fit all columns in one page. So see, mauna na siya tong print area. So we just imagine nga mauna siya ang sheet. So now na siya date, magbutang tag date abi dere. So ang date na to nga value, so mag-merge ko. So this is just a sample, no? You can actually modify this depende sa imong needs. So put date date today, date, ano, sorry, now. So today, actually today and now. So what's the difference? Today will actually display the date in the date today. But if we add now, it will actually add the time. But why is it not adding the time? Because we added date, we added today, una-una, so it changed the format. So, dito na po na nimo i-kuan sa time na po, imo na po na i-convert. So, example, what I do is like this. DD, Philippines mo ng standard. So, MMM, DD, YYYY, HH, MM. So, like that. So, I do like that. No? So, kung imo na siyang inaw, today, di na po na siya, magawas na po ng oras, ana. Sorry. Da ang nabutang. So, magawas na po ng oras ito. Ay, ano man, you set it by default. Imuhang gi-format siya ngayon na to. So, we will remove that. So, now, it's set to like that. Now, butang tanog kuan. So, mo ni butang tubig check na, date sa check. So, magbutang na butag another date value or iwalay na to siya diri. So, sample lang na ha, sample. So, date. So, every time mo mag-change kag date, mo na yung may tabo. So, now, tang to diri o cash. So, blanco ni siya, no? Kay we are actually thinking of a dot matrix printer nga ana kay check dahan niya. Iyahan na lang i-write sa checking sa mga blank spaces niya. So, we have here the date and sa ubos, butangan na to og value nga 50,000 pesos. So, now it changed to date because the format is date. So, it's actually important to set it to proper value. So, now, format we put two decimal places with comma, so 50,000. So now here kini ang dapita. So example mo ni atong value. So direta mo type pabitang i-merge ni siya. So merge padak-an na to ni siya o gamay. So now equals na ta num value to words. Kini pilihan to ni 50,000. So, 50,000. So, now, nigawas na ang 50,000. So, paggawas sa 50,000, ito siyang ibutang sa kilid. So, now, padakan na to siya. So, now, we want to display the words 50,000 pesos. There's decimal, this is automatic na dahil. If there is decimal, 5,025 cents. So, sorry. Subunit actually is not working. So we will actually look into it why the subunit is not working. So so let us check. Let's check no. So unsay panghitabo na then now so whole number na yung display no, but we will be working so so we will add a code. So now ang atong code nga gamiton is that 50,000. Then we will add using the function nga para Excel nga ma-add na to siya. So we will be adding this. I have prepared something here no para mas mapadali ta ba. So there's already made. We have already ready the code for this one. So now so wala siya. So 0 only. So now we have it 25. So pag 25, so ana siya 25 only. So now mag-add na po ta diri kay nanam tay nagbutang mo tag exclamation point diri. So kining exclamation point na to diri ato anang ibutang. So, and na po ta. So, taghan nyo na siya and so, pasensyahan na nato na siya. Now, we already have this. Ready na ang ato ang function. And, okay, so, now, kulang tag peso. So, pesos. So, para mugana siya. So, we go back sa ato ang developer and view code. And now, we go back here. Na-disable na to ang pesos, no? So, ang pesos, i-remove na to. So, ang pesos is unit name. So, now here, unit name, so number and unit name. And, sudlo na to guys. Kaya nga no, if the units is actually, mo ni siya um, ang example, ang 1, kini, if, ang 1 na itong i-filter kay 1 peso raman. So, kini siya, naroon na siya inana. So, and kini siya, dili. So, let's check. So, 50,000. Now, may update ano, and it will not be updated unless we update it like that. So, pesos only. So, if example, nagbutang na kog 1 dere, 1 peso only. So, now, pwede na to na siya ma-explore. So, 15,000, 15,256.25. So, 15,226.55. So, when we print, so, now, mo na po niya ang problema. So, ang size sa papel is dako ra kayang size sa papel. So, we can actually change the size of the paper depending on what we want. So, we can custom and para makuha na to siya. So, but we can actually just modify it the way that we want to. So, again, that's how you do it. And if you have questions, if you want to have a copy of your code, feel free to message me. So, daghang salamat and maayong gabi.